Hello friends and good morning. I did not expect to wake up to beautiful sunshine. Well, it actually wasn't sunny when we woke up, but it is now, oh my goodness, it's 11:30. How did it get to be 11:30? It is beautiful outside. Look at those fall leaves and that sunshine. Really, we should be working in the garden today since it's sunny, but instead we need to do a little freezer clean out project in preparation of moose meat coming home tomorrow. I'm gonna bring you along. We're gonna get some stuff out of the freezer and do a project. If you are just joining us on this series, my husband and two older sons are on a moose hunt. It was supposed to be a 9-day moose hunt. It's now gonna be a 6 or 7-day moose hunt. They're coming home a little bit early because they got 2 moose, and when they bring them home, it will be time to process them. So I have been bringing our viewers along throughout the week, showing what I do here at home while the boys are away on their moose hunt. This has been on my list. I thought I'd have a few more days to do it, but I think we're gonna try and tackle it today. At least the first step in it. But the sunshine is pulling me. I would love to go be in the garden for the day, but just not sure that's in my cards.
We woke up to another frosty morning. The boys and I have loaded up the boat with all the meat. We're heading to make a shuttle to drop it off at our pickup point on our way, getting at making our way home. Let's go check out the boat, and we're hoping we can still get up on step with 2 moose and all the meat. It's gonna be a big load and fighting current upstream. Hopefully we'll make it. If not, we'll have to unload and try again. It's gonna make for a cold ride this morning.
Both antlers slide by. It's not gonna.
Yeah, yours are too big. Oh, again.
Oh, okay. Are you alright? Get out. Doing it, boys. We're doing it.
The context of us here, hold this out so you can kind of show us all driving.
More? Are these fluffy?
Well, I had good intentions. It is 2:10. I put Violet down for a nap, went to work for a few minutes on some things, and then boom, 2 hours are gone. Made lunch for the boys. They're having a little picnic lunch because Violet's sleeping. I didn't want them to wake her up. She seemed like she needed a nap. We have a dentist appointment. Everett has a different dentist since he's still younger than all the other kids. So anyways, all that to be said, I thought I was going to start this project 2 hours ago, but let's head out and see what we have to work with in the freezer. There was an animal. I think it was a cat. I thought it was nice out here. It's cold and rainy. It's starting to rain. So here is the current state of our freezer. We've got lots and lots of jam from berry season. Got all our salmon down here. These are our last 3 packages of moose meat. A little bit more salmon. This is all our halibut. This berry situation is what I'm gonna try and address because we need more room for moose meat. What I'm really looking for is berries from 2024 that we never did anything with, is what I need first. I think this whole box might be 2024. Okay, more salmon. The bottom of the box just fell out. Okay, I should have brought gloves out here. It's so cold. Okay. I think he's fine. He's out on a moose hunt, so I'm not quite sure. Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow when he comes home. Well, they got a moose, or they got 2 moose. He got one and his brother got one, so that's good, but I'm not sure how his teeth are doing. Okay, thanks, bye-bye. Hunter got braces right before he left on his moose hunt, and so that was the orthodontist just making sure he's okay. I said, I'm not sure. All right, raspberries 24. Blueberries. Yeah, these definitely need to be turned into something. These I just forgot about. They're old. Okay, we're gonna try them. All right, there's the bag of berries. It's mostly blueberries out here. And then new raspberries. Oh, the sun came back out. We're gonna keep searching for berries, but this time I'm gonna be prepared. Oh, my hands are like, you know, when you get like a brain freeze, I got a hand freeze. They're burning. So this is our freezer number 2. We tend to keep things in here that are ready to go upstairs. So it's kind of a process, like long-term storage outside, then we move things in here and then they get moved upstairs. So like Costco things get stuck in here, but we do tend to keep some berries in here. I have not organized this in a while. Wonder if just organizing it, we'll see. We'll see what we find when we get in, but we're going all the way to the bottom. I do have this really awesome Freezer Max organizing system that I installed a few years ago. It still works beautifully. Allows us to have different layers. Got some smoked salmon in here. Now I'm at the berry level. All sorts of berries hiding down there. All right, now we got berries. Somehow there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2023 raspberry jams down there. So those need to go first when we need jam from here on out. I need to remember that. Other than that, I got a bunch of berries for my project of making syrup. It's also just such a good idea to go through the freezer because now I know exactly what we have in here. We've got some tortillas. We've got some English muffins. Don't need to buy those. A lot of old fish bait that I want to ask Mark about. I'm not going to throw it away. I want to ask if it's really worth keeping this much in the freezer, but lots of little packages like this that went on some fishing trip and then came back. I don't know if they're good anymore. Using gloves was so much better. Hello, Luna. These thaw out while we go run our errands and then come back to get to work on them, I guess. Hopefully, maybe a late night. It has been at least 3 years since I have made syrup, so I am going to do my research because I don't quite remember what I'm doing. Ooh, blueberry jelly sounds good. Fruit syrups, 2 cups of juice. So the recipe's pretty basic. For every 2 cups of juice, you pretty much use like 3 cups of sugar. And you just cook it and then put it in hot jars and you got your syrup. So that's not too hard. Got just a few minutes before we leave. I'm gonna go grab the juicer.
Once again, all loaded up for the return trip. I can't believe how much gear we fit in this thing. A lot of airplane trips out of here.
This is what we call our heater room. It's got our boiler. It stays extremely warm in here, but we store our processing supplies in here. We got our pressure canner. This is what I'm grabbing right now. We store all our extra bottles, so I am gonna grab bottles for syrup. We'll get those cleaning. And got our sausage stuffer down there, dehydrator, water bath canner, Nutrimil for grinding wheat. All our survival stuff down here. No, all our stuff for preserving food.
Oh, that's for grinding wheat?
That's for grinding wheat, yeah. Oh. Jerky making supplies. Jerky showing. All right, this is the juicer. It's got 3 parts. Bottom part, you add water. The next part is where your juice collects. And then the top part is where you add the fruit, and then it has these holes. So the steam goes up through the middle, right here. Boiling water, add steam to your fruit, it explodes. All the juice comes out, comes into this middle pot, and then comes out this tube. I'm explaining what this juicer does. So,
Say that again?
water goes in the bottom, you heat it up, it starts to boil. The steam goes up through this middle cone, goes into the fruit that's in here, makes it explode, and then takes the juice and the steam and makes the juice down in here, and then that can come out that little tube. And the fruit stays up in here. That's all.
Don't you use this to make the apple juice?
Yep.
Is it the same concept?
Yeah, we're just gonna be making juice, and then you add sugar to the juice and you make syrup. First step is to fill this with water. And one of the most important parts of the juicing process is that you don't let this go dry. So you constantly need to be checking and adding water to the bottom.
And while my mom's been doing this, Violet's been playing with the cans and made a can shower.
We're gonna start this project with blueberries. I'm also not sure why I'm even starting this at 5:25, but we'll see how it goes. I think I might just juice it tonight and then we'll make the syrup tomorrow. Got to make sure we move this clamp. Right now, the tube is open, and when the juice starts making, it would just come out hot, steaming juice out of there. So we got to move the clamp so that it's clamping the hose closed. And then I like to keep it up like this just so no kids walking by come and mess with it, because boiling hot juice coming out can be dangerous. Oh, I think that one might be too big, Violet. You making the leaning tower of cans?
Yes.
Yes. Maybe help her start with the big one on the bottom.
I found.
Violet has a helper now. Oh, let's not do the glass one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Me and Violet did this. Mostly me. I did it.
Who needs toys when you got cans of veggies and beans?
And enchiladas and pumpkin.
And enchilada sauce and pumpkin, huh?
And chicken noodle soup.
Are you busy?
And green beans.
Okay.
We just built it even bigger. We just added 2 more pumpkins. From all the way down here to the ground, all the way almost as tall as me.
I did not start the juicer because I knew we were gonna have to leave. I made the mistake of calling my mom because I wanted to show her how cute Violet was being. And I needed some adult conversation after days of being alone here with the little kids by myself. And fortunately, we're now pushing this job back again. Come home, make dinner, turn on the juicer. Okay, I'm back from picking up Weston. Turned a show on for them because I need to cook in peace for a minute. I'm making dinner and starting this. Cleaning a pot to put the juice in. If I had made this syrup first thing in the morning, like, you know, I wanted to, then I would just be taking the juice and making it straight into syrup. But because it's now 6:49, I want to get all the berries juiced and I'm going to make syrup tomorrow. You want some pie? Okay. Can you help her get in her seat so she can have some pie? Violet really wants some pie. Violet, do you need pie? Okay, yes. Okay, they're gonna help you. So I'm gonna measure out my juice, put it into this pot. Ooh, that echoes. Hello, hello. Then I'm gonna come back to this tomorrow. I just know with all the berries that I need to juice, I'm gonna run out of time and energy. So this is gonna become a 2-day project, which is totally fine. I just needed to get something clean to put the juice into. Now you have to be careful what you put this hot juice into. You can't put it into like a cold jar or you'll crack the jar. If I was canning the juice right away, like I do with apple juice, I make sure those jars are already hot in the dishwasher or the oven, and then you put the hot juice into it. Yeah, you can keep it at like 200 degrees, and then because you don't want to put a hot liquid into a room temperature jar, it'll just split it. Okay, Mark says, we are camped out at the airport. It was 120% effort to get the moose up the river to the airport and on a plane.
120?
120 means that they gave all their effort and then some. Like, it's so much work.
More.
It says, all of us feel exhausted but happy. We are kind of hobos hiding out behind some old buildings. The moose meat and one set of antlers was 1,262 pounds.
What?
I guess they're probably bringing the other antlers with them. That is so much weight. 1,262 pounds.
Add like 50 more pounds because the antlers.
Okay, everybody pick a job to help clean up. Put away stuff. Bring dishes over. The dishes need to be done. The berries are boiling away. But this little girl needs to read. We gotta do some books, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, love you. Can you show them your book?
Yeah.
Called Where is the Green Sheep?
Oh, yeah.
Did you want some water? Is that what you were pointing at? Some water?
Yes.
Okay. All right, reading 6 books was a nice little break, but I have to admit I didn't want to get back up. I was nice and relaxed. Let's get the next round of juice out of the juicer. Another 6 cups. 6 more cups. Such a pretty color. I don't know if I must be getting tired. I think we're gonna have to make some jelly or something too. This is gonna be too much syrup. We can also just can up the blueberry juice all on its own and save it, make it into something later. That's always an option as well. So we're at 24 cups. We're sitting at just about 2 more cups. So that is the end of the blueberries or Alaska huckleberries. Let me write down those last 2 cups for a total of 26 cups. Okay, all right, blueberries. So I remember, because tomorrow I'll be like, why did I write that down? Okay, now my mind has been kind of going, I thought it just seems so sad to throw away all the berry carcasses. I don't know. When you make applesauce, you boil the apples, you can keep the juice and then make the applesauce. So I'm wondering if I could do something with these berries in the freeze dryer, make like a blueberry powder. I think it would still have some of the flavor. So when you freeze dry stuff, you're taking the juice out anyways, but the flavor remains. I don't know. I'm not gonna throw them away just yet. This is also when you wish that you had some chickens. Back when we had backyard chickens, throw them these berries, they would eat them all up once they were cooled. They almost seem like raisins too. So could I like add some sugar to them? And would they just be a little treat? I don't know. Or do they have 0 flavor left in them? Here are our blueberry carcasses. I'm gonna let them cool down and then I'm gonna experiment with them. Okay, round 2 with the raspberries. Round 2, starting. All right, it is 8:40. I just got Violet to bed. Now let's see what the raspberries have done. "64 ounces right there. Oh no, it's spilling. My thing is dripping. Ah, definitely has a different smell to it. Smells like raspberries. Stop. Okay. Well, there's 16 cups of raspberry juice. The raspberries lost a ton of color. Okay, so for the raspberries, just 21 cups. Sour. A couple of ideas of what to do with these, because they don't taste bad. They still have the blueberry taste to them. We're gonna experiment. It may be silly, but something in me is telling me to turn these into something in the freeze dryer. Can't hurt, right? I think we'll end up with some sort of like, even like a blueberry powder that you could add to oatmeal or smoothies or muffins. Add some sugar in because they're pretty tart. I don't know. I think it could be good. Part of me thinks I should blend them, but we could blend them even after and make like a powder. I don't know. Tastes good. Still has the blueberry flavor. This is the fun of having a freeze dryer. You get to experiment. These bottles was a little bit premature, but at least they're ready to go for tomorrow. They're all sanitized. We'll have to warm them back up before we put the hot syrup in them. But at least they're clean. Got too many dishes around. I need to load the dishwasher up. So I'm gonna take these out and we will rewarm them tomorrow when we make the syrup. I love it that my watch just told me to stand up like I'm not standing. Ooh, my mouth has turned purple from eating those berries, hasn't it? They taste really good with a little bit of sugar on them. They taste really good. I can never take myself seriously when I see my purple lips and mouth. Just washed all the dishes from dinner and from the day. Let's see what else we have. I think this is going to be the final juice. All right, a final 2 cups. That gives us a grand total of 23 cups of raspberry juice. And this is what the raspberry looks like. So many seeds, not as appealing. Not quite as appealing as the blueberry, but I'm still gonna try it because I have 1.5 trays left to fill my freeze dryer. So I'm gonna fill up the rest with the raspberries, see if it tastes as good as these. They still have a good raspberry smell to them. Lots of seeds. But they still have a good raspberry flavor. Just subtle. So many seeds. I'm gonna pre-freeze these. Not necessary for the freeze dryer, but I don't feel like waiting for it to cool down and do all this stuff tonight. Plus they were pre-freezing also just cuts down on your time. So since it's 9:40 at night, I'm not gonna worry about the freeze dryer. I'm tired. I'm so happy the boys are coming home tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be making some syrup in the morning. We'll see you then. It is 3:15 in the afternoon. I'm just finally popping on. Where does the day go? I'll tell you where it has not gone. It has not gone into making syrup. But I think Mark's plane should be landing. He should be on his way home in the next half hour, I'm not sure. Violet is waiting very patiently for me to read her some books.
Yes.
You're so sweet. Okay, I am here. You got some books?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, Luna. You want some books too? I wanted to track Mark to see. It's telling me his address is unavailable. He's at his parents' house, it looks like, getting his car. So we'll see him in the next hour, probably. Okay, and we're gonna read books.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Where is the green sheep? Here is the blue sheep. Yeah. You're so sweet. Bah. That's a red sheep, an orange sheep, and a yellow sheep. Wow.
Oh, it feels good to get home.
The boys are home! Yay!
This house feels so big and so luxurious after being in the tent.
Oh. Mark was here when I came back from dropping off Weston at his running. Violet is very happy to have her daddy back. Yes. And Mommy's very happy to have everybody back home.
It's a big trip to get home.
Yeah.
We've been kind of working at it for
2 days.
pretty much 2 days.
Yeah.
Yesterday morning, before sunlight, we were up getting everything, shuttling gear up the river, finished the flights home today. Finally made it.
Yay!
Yeah.
And their stuff won't even be here for another few days. That's how kind of complicated this one is. All right. I'm not sure. I got to start making dinner. So I'm not sure the syrup making is even going to happen, but we're going to do our best to get to it. We'll see.
Oh.
You miss your brothers, huh? Yeah.
You want to read?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to ask her twice. With Mark and the boys back, I'm ready to tackle this project. The moose meat has to be shipped separately by a different company, so it's not actually arriving till maybe tomorrow. So I have today to get this jam done because once the meat arrives, we will be in full meat processing mode. So let's get this done. Let's start by putting these jars in the oven at a low temperature just so they're warm when we put hot syrup in them. This recipe comes from the juicer we use to make the juice. I can never remember, or I actually don't know how to pronounce it. This is what it's called. Right here. Mehu Maija from Finland. My mother-in-law bought this for me, or my in-laws bought it for me because they love theirs and knew that it'd be used in our house too. Basic fruit syrup. Put juice, syrup, and sugar into large saucepan. It uses a little bit of corn syrup. And then bring to a boil. Boil for 15 minutes. Let bubbles die down. Skim and pour into hot sterilized jars. Top with, makes about 4 jars. Okay, so this recipe is for 2 cups of juice. We got a lot more than that. I'm gonna do it in a batch of 10 because what happens with syrup is you don't want to it'll come boil over and make a big mess. So
Have you done it?
I have not, but you have to watch it very carefully. And Grandma and Grandpa Hamm one time theirs boiled over, and it was very long. They were finding it in new places for weeks because it's just so sticky and gets everything. Okay, so we're gonna ×5 the recipe for 10 cups of juice. We're gonna just start with that. So we have 26 cups of juice. So we'll do 14 cups, right? 14 and 12 would be better. Have a top.
Does it work?
I don't know. From 2022. Okay, so we've got sugar, our juice,
I think on my headphone.
and some Karo syrup. Violet is bringing me bottles and cups and saying, juice, juice. You think you need some juice? This juice is very tart right now. I'll make you a little bit of blueberry juice later. It's the best way to do this without making a mess. I don't know. Or juice. It's so interesting because she doesn't ever even have juice.
She keeps knocking it out of her mouth.
Closet, please. Thank you. I always like to pre-measure my sugar into a bowl because I get distracted by all the other things that are going on around me, and sometimes I lose count and I have to start over. That's a lot of sugar. Time to get it on the stove. Needs to boil for 15 minutes. So first we got to get it up to a boil, then we'll start the timer for 15 minutes. I'm reading through this cookbook while I'm stirring because I got to stay right here. And I didn't realize this, but you can just add sugar straight into the juicer with your berries. So like this says to make raspberry juice, 4 quarts of fresh raspberries, and then 1.5 cups sugar, and it'll just mix it all together. And then when it comes out that tube, you just have your juice already made. I didn't realize you could do that. That's kind of cool.
Oh, wow. It's great.
My hometown is Eagle River, Alaska. It's a suburb of Anchorage.
I have to do like visuals of the English paragraph.
I am trying to prep batch number 2 while keeping a close eye on batch number 1 and keep kids on track with homeschool, but the kids are distracting me. So I got to recount this. I think I'm at 8 cups, but I'm not sure. So we're starting over. Ran out of sugar. Well, we ran out of sugar. I had not replaced the sugar when we made all the jam earlier this fall, so Mark's gonna have to make a run to get us some sugar. That's okay, we've got time, but just trying to keep things moving along. I restocked the flour recently, but I forgot the sugar. Got my first bubbling, and then it creates this film on the top. Ooh, we gotta stir. We don't want it to boil over. See, this is where you gotta within a second, it just grows. I had to turn the temperature down. It was gonna boil over immediately. It happened so fast. I'm glad that I was here watching. I feel like I'm brewing a potion. It's all bubbly. Gotta keep stirring. I'm 6 minutes down, 9 to go. Time always seems to slow down when you have to sit and stir at the stove. I finally found the perfect temperature so that it doesn't want to like boil over immediately, but it's boiling. Still babysitting it. I have not moved. Now we gotta let it cool. This film of bubbles will go over the top. Then you've got to scrape that off. I like to put that on toast. I don't like to throw it away. And then we'll get it put into the bottles. Time to scrape the foam off the top. English muffins to put it on.
I was just talking about hotels. I have no clue where to.
We have one hotel.
Microtel.
Yes. You can have another one.
I know. Great.
I like mine.
I poured it in here just so it'd be a little bit easier to get into the bottles. Round one, 4 big ones, 4 medium, and 2 small.
Stuff in there, I thought.
Nope, I got it. And then I filled this one up, but we're just going to keep this one in the fridge and use it right away. This size is great for giving as a gift. These size too. Don't have to process them anymore. That the tops get hot in the oven and it will seal. I just heard the dishwasher finish, so I'm going to unload that and then get some more jars sanitizing because we're going to run out of bottles. Wow, those are big bags of sugar.
150 pounds.
Wow.
Did you go help Doc?
Yeah.
Gotta let my sugar daddy in. You're my sugar daddy. Literally. Bringing home the sugar. I don't think I'm gonna need this many jars, but I don't wanna run out and have to scramble for more stuff. So we're just filling up the dishwasher. 4 more cups of sugar. Time for round 2. This is 12 cups of juice. 10 of sugar. And the Caro syrup. I'm gonna get the freeze dryer going so that we can freeze dry that other experiment. Turn it on. Okay. It takes 15 minutes for the vacuum chamber to get ready to put things in, so start timer for 15 minutes. We'll come back.
This thing weighs about half the weight of the front loose legs. 5 guests, 2 bachelors, 3 beds.
I was trying to warm up lunch while making the syrup, and I almost missed it. It almost boiled over. I'm so glad I caught it. You see that line? It was right there, and I turned it down. It was on its way to boiling over. Oh, man. 15-minute timer. It'll be a few minutes, but I need someone to come stir this. I have too many things going on at once.
Go in depth of one.
Okay. All right, my alarm went off for the freeze dryer. Okay. They're freezing. I'm gonna use my apron to hold them. I have no idea how this is gonna turn out, but we're giving it a try. Close the drain valve, which is back here. And then push continue. Freeze dryer usually takes about 24 hours, so Hunter is stirring the syrup for me, so I gotta run back up there. Okay. Thank you. All right, we're right at 15 minutes on round 2. Still waiting for the jars to be done now. Okay, round 2 is done.
Where's the sour cream?
Let it cool. Skimmed the top off of round 2. It cooled while we ate lunch. Now it's time to get it into the jars. I have a few jars left from round 1 that I can use, and then we're still waiting for the dishwasher to be done. Moving on to raspberry. Same process, just a different flavor. waiting for this next set to boil, I'm also trying to just clean up a little bit. Because you see the sunshine coming in? I really want to be outside. And we have cross country running tonight, so I gotta finish this up. We got boiling. This is done. It's cooling. It has that film on the top. We're gonna scrape that off in a minute, but I'm gonna wash dishes in the meantime. I'm not quite sure what the best way to scrape this is. I'm feeling very tired. 6 minutes left, round number 4. I pulled a chair up because I keep an eye on it and I just am getting tired. One more batch. Last batch, last batch, last batch. Yay! These projects always take a long time. Just a lot of back and forth. And I always think, oh, that pot's not very full. But the minute it does that like huge rise at the beginning, you're so glad that you didn't overfill it. And today was no different. Are you standing guard in the kitchen? Hi. Yeah, you wondering why I've been in the kitchen all day? Thanks for coming to say hello. 2 more minutes. Hi, kitty. Victory! Now we just gotta let it cool so we can skim the top again. All right, friends, here's our syrup stash. This is all huckleberry and raspberry. I think we're set on syrup for a while. We'll come back and check in on the freeze dryer stuff when it's done. Tonight's cross-country running race is a relay race, and it's called Think Pink. So all the kids wear pink. It's a breast cancer awareness race, and each kid runs 1 lap, 1 mile lap. Weston and Bennett are on teams that are co-ed, girls and boys. So go cheer them on. They'll both be running the final leg of their race.
Go short.
This will be your chance to just run hard. Okay, love you guys. We'll be cheering for you. Good job, Bennett. Finish strong! Woo, Weston! Way to go! Way to go! Since we're in this part of town, the pumpkins from the fair get brought back to their house, so we brought the kids to see them. You want to see the big pumpkin? Yeah! It does have kind of a nice little seat in it.
Want to touch it?
So this one was 1,746.
He doesn't want to touch it, Mom.
18,000.
And this one was 1,820. So this was actually the first place winner, even though it's very different shapes.
A pumpkin. You want to touch it?
No.
Pickles! Pickles!
Oh.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. All right. Hi, bye-bye, pumpkins.
I want to do a live.
We used to live over here when Hunter and Bennett were little. So this brings back memories because we would walk over here.
Walking me.
Okay, you want to be in it? 1, 2, 3. Pickles! Okay, we're using the leftovers from I'm skimming the juice on waffles this morning. It's been 26 hours, 49 minutes, and the freeze dryer is done. It has warmed up my office very nicely. The only time my office is warm, for some reason, is when the freeze dryer's going. I've been keeping the door open so it doesn't overheat in here. But open drain valve. And if you're unfamiliar with how a freeze dryer works, it vacuums and removes all the moisture. And all the moisture is now ice around the sides. See all the ice there? That's all the moisture. And then now that it will defrost down into this bucket over the next day. And then we have bone dry with raspberry, blueberries and raspberries. I'm thinking we can either eat this as a snack or we can make it into a powder, but it's just crunchy. Tastes great. Tastes really good. So, I don't know what we're gonna use it for, but tastes good. You do have to package it up pretty quickly so that it doesn't start to get moisture from the air and add oxygen absorbers. So we gotta decide how we're gonna package this stuff up. Just try a little bite of that.
Sour. What do you taste?
I'm wondering if we can just powder it, like blend it into a powder,
I bet you could.
and then just add it to stuff.
Yeah, like on top of.
Oatmeal or a smoothie.
Yeah. Or
I don't know how the raspberry. Very seedy.
No, this is kind of very fibrousy, but maybe kind of powdered it. Can I try a bite?
Yeah. It tastes like a fruit leather almost, but you got to add that moisture back in with your mouth.
It's really good.
They
Crunchy.
both have really good flavor. Like you
Yeah.
could even just crunch it up and put it in ice cream or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like creamy.
Like fruit croutons.
Or muffins?
Yeah.
Some muffins? I think that'd be really good.
All right. I'm going to do it 2 different ways. We're going to leave some in chunks and then I'm going to put some in the Vitamix and powder it. Here, taste it. I found the powder and she's loving it. You want to try the blueberry? Try the little blueberry crisp. Uh-oh, did Violet get all those bags on the floor? Oh. Okay, we're doing the blueberries now. One came off in one big piece. You want some more?
Candy bar.
Well, friends, here we have it. My 4 jars of blueberry and raspberry powder and chunks. As I was packaging these up, I thought anything that I would add raspberries or blueberries to, like muffins or cookies, that you don't want to add all that extra moisture to necessarily. We're going to try it with this because it's just a super concentrated flavor of raspberry and blueberry, or Alaskan huckleberry is actually what these are. If you saw in the background, we are in moose processing mode. So come back for that video of us processing the moose that the boys harvested and brought home. But for now, we got lots of syrup and some other fun things here out of the freeze dryer. Link to the freeze dryer is always down in the description of my videos if you're interested in looking into freeze drying more. I also have several other videos talking all about the freeze drying process if it interests you. These are now shelf stable. If you keep them dry and the air out, they are shelf stable for up to like 25 years, which is incredible. So if that's something that interests you, check those videos out. We're so grateful for each and every one of you that spends time with us, and we'll see you again real soon for more of This Alaska Life.